Hey everybody, it's Jill and we're getting ready to do our next step in the bread making. Now if you're following along in bread alone, the page that you need to be on, if you're going to make sourdough, is page 212 because that's where I'm starting. Now there's 3 steps. We have what they call the chef, and that's what's in your refrigerator. Now when you bring it out like I did yesterday and added the flour to it, that's turning it into Levain. Now at that point you could stop and make a loaf of Levain bread. Delicious artisan bread like that very first bread I made, those long horrible loaves, my mistake, but that was a delicious artisan bread. If you want to go that step further and make sourdough, this is where we're going today, which we're now going to make what they call the Poolish. P-O-O-L-I-S-H, and that will be the sourdough starter that goes in our bread, which I will be baking tomorrow. So let's go down here. I'm going to show you now. This is the Levain, and as I said, you could stop right here and make a loaf of bread with it. Fabulous. But if you want to go that extra step into sourdough, which is where we're going, I'm going to make the Poolish. I will mix this up, I'll cover it, and it'll sit on my counter for 24 hours or a little more, come or less. And that's what I'm going to make sourdough with. So out of this Levain, and I'm just going to go ahead and deflate this a little bit. Okay, get it just down. Okay, I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of this. And again, you know, you don't have to be absolutely precise with this because it's hard to work with. It really is. So that's 1/3 and 2/3. Okay, got that out. Let me get all out of there. Okay, and then I'm going to add 1.5 cups of flour, or 8 ounces, right? Whichever you might have, but I'm going to add the water first. I want to add the water first. I need to add 1 cup of water, room temperature, no hot, no cold, just nice room temperature. And I'm going to break this up, try to get some of that mixed into the water. And get all those big clumps out of there. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to add that 8 ounces of flour. And that goes. Clanging around there. And we're going to give it a really good stir to make sure it's all incorporated. All right, I absolutely adore this whisk. I had no idea. I've been baking bread for 40 years or plus and didn't realize these things really worked. I thought they were some little kitchen gadget that was a gimmo. Okay, I'm going to scrape this off and give my bowl a little scrape down here. Okay, that is going to be covered. I'm going to set it on my counter for about 24 hours. Now, here's that Levain, right, that we took out of the refrigerator. It needs to be given a little food before it goes back into the refrigerator so it has something to eat on for the week. So if you're going to do that, you need to feed that chef before it goes, because we're going to put it back into the chef mode, right? We're going to put in here 1/2 cup of flour and 3/4 plus 2 tablespoons of water, or 7 ounces. Those instructions are on page 186 of the book. So I'm going to put the water in here. Just kind of get, again, we're just going to try to break it up a little bit here. I actually have a larger container coming. I found a really great one online, and it should be here this week. And I will show that to you. It's I think it's a 3-quart. It's round and it has a lid, and it will be plenty big for this. Okay, so we have this sort of broken down now, and I'm going to add that 1/2 cup of flour. Once you understand the steps, it may seem a little cloudy right now to you, but I think that you will start to really see how this flows. I call it flowing. And I bake bread once a week. and I know what days I need to take it out and what days I need to start it. I used to always bake on Wednesdays, and now I bake on Sundays. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. So I'm going to scrape this off my little wonderful little tool here. And that poor director, he still has that cough. All right. So I'm going to put the lid on this. This is going to go back in my refrigerator, and it can sit there for a week or less. If you want to bake twice a week, every day, that's up to you. But this is going to go back in my refrigerator. This is called Chef now. Chef. And in a week, I'm going to pull it out because I'm going to start baking again. If by chance you say, oh, I can't bake this week, I can't bake this week, then what you need to do is take the Chef out of the refrigerator, take about a cup of it out because you're just going to start getting way too much, and then feed it. Feed it again with that half a cup of flour and the 7 ounces of water. Stir it up, stick it back in your fridge, and you're just going to keep that baby rolling. And as you do it, it's going to get more and more flavor. So I hope that's, you know, helps, that little bit of instruction there. If not, please write me, ask me, you know, where you might be lost. And I will be back tomorrow. We're going to bake more sourdough. See you guys later.